And we are live now. We are live, Lindsay. Roll it.
I'm showing my thumbs, yeah.
Yeah. I know. Vikka. Nice to meet you. Very cool that you are here, and maybe Alex Michael will also join us again, Shelley. He has now an interview, but maybe. Oh, I have an echo. The echo is over. It was from the YouTube. Lindsay, can you hear us? Yeah. Yeah, go on. Shelley and Vikka.
Can hear.
The two perfect filmmakers.
No, I think you're talking about Vikka. Vikka.
No, you are
We
later.
we all are we all are. A big hello to everyone, to Manny, to Lindsay, to Shelley, and everyone in the chat. It's such a pleasure to be here again on Truth Seekers 2. You guys are doing great job by getting people together, and somebody have to do it. So it's an honor to be here, and nice to speak to you, Shelley. Finally.
You too. Thanks, Vikka. I love what you're doing. It's great work. It's great getting this information out, and thanks to Manny and Lindsay for coordinating this. It's great stuff.
Sure. We hold together.
Yeah.
Yep, as you say, Shelley, yeah, we all have to do our part. So same as you know, you've been here a long time also doing all what you do for the flat earth. So we also trying to do the same, and yeah, somebody have to do it. So
We
Yes, I agree. I mean, there's just it's funny we're talking about how things went into like a stall mode. They try to kind of shut us down a little bit, and that's not unusual, but it's really great how people are just kind of thinking more outside the box to get this more mainstream, this information. And um, yeah, I think thank you so much for what you do. And where are you located, Vikka? Where are you?
I'm in Spain, south of Spain.
Okay. And is that where you're
Have you
originally
been to
from? Or
Spain?
I want to
No,
go.
no.
Okay. Where are you from?
My origin, I'm from India, from Asia, but didn't have opportunity to live more than maybe 10 years in India. Of the age I've got, I'm almost 48, and out of that 48, I could only live for like 10 years because my father had business outside. So it's like whenever go to India, it's like a tourist, so just to visit, and that's why. So yeah, and I've been living in different countries, but right now I'm here. So I love the weather in Spain. It's like being in Europe. It's not so cold. It's sunny all the time, and especially in the south, the people are very warm, and that's important because I come from a very warm place, so I cannot be. I was in different countries where it's so much cold, and it really affects the mentality of the people. It really changes. So so that's why I've been jumping different countries, different. I speak more than 5 languages, and now I am finally settled here in Spain. Yeah, with my family and everything. So yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. And so you moved around. You said you speak 5 different languages. Like how did you learn those?
Yeah, because we grow with 3 languages. Our school system here, where I studied in different, like being of that Asian origin, the schools we have compulsory 3 languages. Your own language, and then all your studies are in English, and then the regional language, the country you are in, and then after like traveling in different places, living for a couple of years, so you learn the language. So once you start speaking other language than your mother language, it's very easy to adapt to different languages because you really understand the concept of, because everybody's saying the same thing. It just sounds different, just but the tone and everything, you can communicate, and the effort you put to really understand the people and the language. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're all speaking the same language, isn't it? It's amazing learning new languages, and you see some expression and you really understand like how they're saying it. It might not be the exact same words, but they might have a way of saying it to show the same concept. It's so fun. And Vikka, you were telling us, Shelley, right before you came in, Vikka was telling us about his land where he is, and living off the land, and you're almost self-sufficient or pretty much independent off grid there. Hey.
Right.
Hey,
Hey.
what's
Hey.
going on? How's it
Oh,
going?
Alex.
Hey, Alex.
Hi, brother.
Hey, Vikka. Hey, Manny. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Shelley. How's it going?
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Guru. Music Guru. How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. Vikka, congratulations on the documentary, man. It was awesome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Alex is here.
Whoop, whoop.
I am. I'm here. I'm here. Just about. Only just. It's the end of the day here. I just finished an interview. It's been an exhausting day, but don't expect me to say much. I'm just here in. I'm just here for eye candy, right?
Yeah. Nancy, please. Alex, look.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! That's a limited edition T-shirt. We no longer sell those, so they're going to be worth a fortune in years to come.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you so much for the logo, Alex.
Hey, no
And-
worries, man.
And thanks for joining
I
us, even
said-
though you're exhausted. But here we can just chill a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I'll be in the background. I'm just here to listen and smoke.
Yeah, let's listen to Vikka and Shelley.
Yeah, sorry for
I'm just here to
interrupting. Go
listen
ahead.
too. I want to hear Vikka's story. This is incredible. That he's-
Go.
No, I just want to say hello to Alex. Thanks for joining us, brother. Finally, we are speaking too. And yep, you're in Spain too, brother.
Yeah, I'm in Spain. I'm in northern Alicante, just very close to the Montgo Mountain. How about you? You're in Spain?
I'm in Cadiz.
In Cadiz. Where's Cadiz in relation to me? That's a few hours from me. Where are you from me?
Cadiz is almost the tip in Andalusia, near. You heard of? It's the capital, Cadiz.
Cadiz, yeah. My. You have to forgive me. I've only been in Spain for 6 years, 5 years, something like that. So my Spanish geography is terrible. So forgive me.
Yeah, I've never been to the north. That's the problem with me. I know the south very well. I've traveled all the way in the south, but the north, I have zero idea about Madrid and no idea.
I say
so.
north. I mean, I'm in northern Alicante, which is southeast of Spain, which is the southern. Yeah, it's kind of near. It's about 5 hours south of Barcelona, maybe 2 hours
Okay.
north, or maybe no, about an hour north of Alicante Airport, some around that region. Yeah.
Wow. So you are near Pyrenees or somewhere also? Pyrenees have to be close to you, right?
No, Pyrenees is much
Pyre-
further north, isn't it? So I'm southeast Spain. So yeah, if you think of Barcelona,
okay.
roughly around there, 5 hours south of Barcelona, something like that. It's
Okay.
a beautiful part of the world. I don't regret moving here for a minute. It's just we're in a microclimate, so I get 300 to 320 days of sunshine a year, which was the attraction for me. I just love the sun. I'm a sun worshipper, but not in the pagan sense.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to Manny and Lindsay too. Here in Andalusia is 360 days. It's sunny, you know. Like sometimes we have high winds and this, but it's amazing weather here too. Being in Europe, it's amazing weather. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a chasm apart from the weather that I was subjected to in the UK. It's just so pissy and grey and just depressing. It's just like it's just such a different energy here. I absolutely love it.
And Malaga is full of people from UK. They own lots of land. People from UK in Malaga is
because
tropical.
everybody's trying to escape from the UK. What does that tell you? There's so many expatriates in Spain because they're just trying to escape this pissy grey communism.
Well, definitely we would. Maybe in the future we could meet up, you know. So
that would be nice, man. That would be nice. Yeah, if you're ever in the area, look me up. Yeah, I'm always on the market to meet conscious people.
Well, same. I would say to you, if you're in the south, count on me here, brother.
Okay, man. Okay. Well, we're friends on Facebook, right? I believe we are.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. Well, I'm only a keyboard tap away then.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, Alex, I also can bring you in our chat with Lindsay, Vikka, and Shelley.
Cool. I mean, I don't do much Facebook message. I mean,
I know, but we have only a short chat. Yeah.
Okay.
A small chat.
Oh dear. Sorry.
Also, Shelley was asking me about off-grid land. Yeah, I live off-grid, Shelley. I've been 7 years living off-grid. I wanted to live off-grid many years before, but from past 7 years, I managed to get my own land here. And as I was saying to Lindsay, I bought this land, was nothing here. I built everything myself, all the system, electrics, plumbing, everything done by me, all DIY. So, so yeah, it's nice. It's to live off grid. As I say, I cannot live in the cities. I'm not a city person at all, though I've lived in different cities, but it's not my thing. And yeah, and also for the peace of mind, you know, to be away from neighbors, you know. So no neighbors. I have my nearest neighbor is 100 meters, you know. So
Wow,
quite
that's
good.
amazing. So had you studied how to do this, or did you just kind of go in cold turkey? How did you did you start growing seed, like doing your own seeds, saving seeds? What did you do?
No, first of all I grow trees to protect me from the winds. You know, I planted different trees for different purpose. For the wind is another tree. You know, then I have fruit trees. Then I have flowers. Then I do summer veggie garden. You know, so I've got some chickens.
Wow.
Some dogs, few cats. You know, so I'm doing things, and I also I have my own work. And apart from that, I take out time for flat Earth.
And all that time. That's amazing. I think more and more people, we're so screwed in America because you don't own anything. And, you know, the people have to get their electricity from the government, their water, their food. They have to go to the grocery store. So they always have to make money to be able to eat. And then, of course, I mean, it's so corrupt here. They talk about freedom, but, you know, it's just all a lie. So people who can get off grid, it's amazing to me. And, you know, the thing is, we don't really own anything either. I mean, if you have to register your car, unless you kind of go you know, free man off the grid, which I want to get there.
It's really tough to do that, though. I've seen a lot of people trying to enforce this free man of the land and the common law stuff, and driving around with no license and no, you know, it's really, really tough because you really have to know what you're talking about if you're going to do that. Sometimes I hate to say it, sometimes it's easier just to buck the trend and just to go with, you know, get we're not free. You have to have permission to do anything you want to do, right? If you want to travel from A to B, you've got to get permission. If you want to, so we're not free. We're free range chickens. That's what we are.
Yeah, Alex.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Alex, you have this from the next level, brother.
Have what?
Free
range chicken. Oh yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that's exactly true. Yeah.
I know you are on Rockman.
Yeah, no, I think it was Tanner, wasn't it? Tanner that said that.
Yeah.
No, he's right. You have to get permission to do anything if you're going to do things from a common law standpoint, and, you know, try and be a free man on the land and take back your power as a human, as a living man, rather than a dead corporation that the system sees you as. Then you have to really know what you're talking about. There's a guy on YouTube, I think he's called Paul Unslaved, who knows his stuff. He's a young guy and he knows his stuff inside out, but he has daily struggles when he's pulled out by the police. He's just trying to travel from A to B as his inalienable right as a human, but he gets stopped all the time, and then he has to educate the policeman, and it's just such a struggle to do that. Sometimes it's easier just to get the permission, get the license, pay your fee, and be a slave. As much as I hate saying that, but, you know, I've tried it a little bit myself, the common law thing, and you just come up against barriers and barriers and barriers. They don't want you to be conscious. They don't want you to be a living man. They want you to be a dead, soulless corporation that needs permission to do everything. It's a hell of a system, isn't it?
Yeah, it's total prison plane.
Yeah.
Prison plane, call it. Yeah, I actually have land too that I've been working on. It's in Idaho, and it's completely. Well, one thing I like about Idaho in America is that they kind of have their own constitution. There's a lot of freedom fighters there, a lot of underground militia, and the goal there is to just be free. Even though you still have to pay for stuff. So I've been slowly getting there, but it's so freaking cold that, unless you have some way to really generate heat and can live through that and be, but I'm trying. So we've actually come up with an idea of, we have tiny homes. And then what we're doing is we're building a dome over the tiny homes. So it's like a greenhouse over the tiny homes, which changes the whole dynamic of the cold. It changes the whole game because now you're creating this insulated environment inside. So when it's raining and snowing, you can actually go outside into your dome and you can still grow. Yeah, but it's just been a really
You're mimicking the flat Earth. It's a
yes,
flat Earth.
yes, right. We're starting a series called Our Dome Life, and building this dome over our little tiny homes in Idaho. So it's really interesting because there's just it does change the whole dynamic of cold and but it's still you have to buy stuff, you have to pay for all of your I'm getting an echo, weird echo. Is it
We got echo, Shelley. So
Okay.
Shelley, I wanted to add the dome, the Adobe dome is really. Oh, even I have an echo now.
Alex.
Yeah, I've muted my microphone, so it's definitely not me.
So I also
Oh, there we go.
mute my.
Maybe I'm muting me too.
Right, check 1, 2. Let me try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No echo.
Yeah, hello,
with me.
check.
11. For me, all is good.
Yeah, what I wanted to add, Shelley, you were saying that Super Adobe is a good method to make the domes with the earth, and then the other option is the earth chip. You heard of earth chips? They are amazing. You don't need them. It's just the way they are made, and if you have a huge land, that would be a perfect. About the permissions and everything, they're gonna make your life difficult. They always try. For us also wasn't so easy. But to break the law, better than breaking the law is to go around the law. If you really study the law, you're gonna find a way to, not to break it, but get what you want. So because their laws are made on flaws. So you can, in some way or the other, you can really grab them.
Yeah, the best
especially
way
the
is
authorities.
to distance yourself from this system as much as possible. Rather than trying to fight the system that has existed for so long, and they've got it absolutely perfected, so where you can't fight the system. So I think the best way is to distance yourself from the system as much as possible. And we've dipped our toe into self-sufficiency a little bit, and we're using the system less and less and less in terms of energy. We have solar now, so we're using that less and less. We're growing our own food, and we've got rain catchment system here. So we don't have to fight the system. I think shouting at government buildings and trying to trying to fight for your common law rights, it's trying to fight a system is not the way to do it. I think just using the system less and trying to distance yourself from that system is the way, and be the change that you want to see, because you'll never change the system by shouting and protesting and expecting it to change. Be the change that you want to see. That's where I am now.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey guys, is it okay if I bring in a short little video about the straw man thing? It's sort of entertaining. I don't know if you've seen it before.
Is it like an animated kind of cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's brilliant. It's a great 5-minute piece. I know exactly what you're going to play. It's excellent.
Okay. Have you seen it, Vikka or Shelley? Oh, you haven't?
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Well, let's have a little laugh.
And look at this photo. They sell this in our stores in Austria.
Oh, that does not look good.
Alex, I started electrolysis when you sang about, remember when I told you about the fluoride in the water?
That is just nasty. It reveals
Exactly. Yeah, my friend's got one of these as well, and it's disturbing what these things produce. This is alchemy. What you're doing here, it's it's changing the structure of the water and showing the kind of toxicity that it's mind blowing. What's there really when you the stuff you can't see is terrifying.
Yeah, Lindsay, go on. You can share the screen. We can bring in this water video later again.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
All good.
Is it okay? Doop, doop, doop.
All good.
Hang on 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just since that came up.
And Alex,
Alex and
Yeah,
Shelley,
go on.
are you both on RTS or no?
No, but I share a lot of videos of Alex.
You know,
a
one
lot
of the video from
a lot of my
one of your
videos
video,
are on-
Alex, I have 500,000 views on RTS. One of your video that is where it is linked by money.
Wow.
Wow, well, that's amazing. I mean, the guy, is it Marcio, David? He's been encouraging me to go
Yes.
on there for quite some time now. And at some point I will. I've encouraged him to, you're more than welcome to put any of my videos or any of my content on there. I just haven't got around to creating a channel and everything of myself because I'm just so busy.
But it's not the same, Alex, it's not the same somebody uploading your video. You just have to make a channel and you don't have to upload your video. You have to link your video from YouTube. That's so easy.
That's true.
You don't have to upload. And if you upload, your video can never be deleted from there, because even if YouTube take out, it's gonna be there. So you can start by just linking your video. You're gonna see how far your videos are going in reality, which has been shadow banned by YouTube, okay, and censored. The real views, the real counts, because they have so many different players in different platforms and communities that it reaches much more people. And I would say the same to Shelley too. Shelley, when you can, please do also join us, because I'm from a part of the team of RTS. So we would do everything to make you all, to help you to make the channel, and we have some amazing people there already. It's like a streaming site where we are getting all the censored material in one place. Now two of our last videos have been taken by YouTube and got us a strike, one of our lives. So we can really speak on YouTube anything apart from flat Earth. So if there are times where we want to do some lives and some videos where we want to speak totally freely, we have one platform there, and it's growing really fast. And yeah, the team would like to have you both there too as content creators.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also want Shelley, will you upload your Flatlanders on YouTube, or can you send it to me anyway?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I can't upload it on YouTube because I get a strike every single time.
Can you? We will change our numbers, and maybe you can send it to me in Telegram or something like that.
Definitely, it's gonna go. I'm trying. Once I have the end of this month, I have until like the 2nd on Vimeo. Then I'm gonna put it on. What's it called? I can't think of the name of the platform.
Once it's public, once it's gonna go public in a month time or something.
Yeah. So and we're trying to get episode 2 out. I have it right now on Vimeo, and then once I have an expiration date of like the 2nd, then I'm gonna move it over to can't think of the name of that platform. I'm trying to look on my computer here.
Rockfin, maybe.
Rockfin. Yes.
Yeah. But
yeah.
In Rockfin, there is only the trailer now, right?
Yeah, right now it's just the trailer, and then once I'm done with the Vimeo, then I'm gonna move it over there. So
yeah.
But yeah, no doubt. YouTube is insane. So hearing this RTS is great to know, because I keep getting just completely slammed with copyright strikes.
And this stream now is also running in RTS because the admin wrote me, Vikka. I sent him the link, and all is good. Mario, what's his name?
Marcio.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's once it's go public, Shelley, so you could also make your channel and link your other videos from before, or your new ones, or whenever you want to make, whenever you're public, you can add it there, and you're gonna see the difference. It's amazing. Yeah,
that's great to know. So you're a part of that platform. Did you create it?
No, I'm a
Did you?
part of it. I'm a part of it,
Okay.
and like I'm recently added to the team, so because I've been helping also them what I could, what I can. So as a content
That's great.
creator, as a friend, so when you see something really growing and something like really makes sense, because until you don't get censored, until you don't get shadow banned, you don't know how valuable are these kind of platforms, because
Absolutely.
you could lose everything on YouTube, and they can get all your videos back if even if your channel is deleted, and if you have a channel on RTS, and if you inform them even 1 week after your channel is deleted, you can get all your video back there on RTS. They're doing everything,
Wow.
and soon they're going to have streaming services too also, so we could stream directly on RTS through
Wow.
StreamYard. So
That's great.
yeah.
Yeah, Alex,
That's
and
awesome.
this is important information for you. If they delete your channel in YouTube, you only have to contact the YouTube Twitter team, and they bring you back. It happens to OTT. But
Well, we'll
Lindsay,
see
Well, it's
if
okay
please,
because
please go
me
on
and
with. Sorry.
I was going to say, me and Elon Musk are really close. So if I have any censorship,
Yeah.
I'll just contact him. It's not a problem. He's going to save the world, so it's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Messiah is here.
Oh, he's a puppet, yeah.
He's a
So what-
hero, man. He's
Yeah.
such a hero, don't you know? Like, oh.
Alex, you
No,
are
he
my
looks so
hero.
he looks so robotic. You see his last interviews. He looks so like a robot. He moves his head like he's not a person anymore. Same like
He's a
Zuckerberg.
soulless. He's a soulless. He's a demonic entity as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And his mother, have you seen like the pictures of his mom? Like with
Oh
all...
yeah. You
Yeah,
say
it's-
mother. I'm just saying. I don't want to go down that road, but there
That's
seems to be a
true.
lot of inversion going on with these
Right.
elite class, doesn't there?
Right.
Ay, ay, ay.
Lindsay, show us your video, please. Because
All right, let's have a let's have
yeah.
a laugh because and I'm gonna leave the sound on so we can just laugh at it and
Yeah.
cry. Yeah. Oh, I've got to press play. That could be helpful. Is the sound okay?
No volume.
No volume.
Oh no.
When you share the screen, you also have to accept the audio.
Oh, sorry.
All good, Lindsay. Yeah, OTT 2-time get a strike in YouTube, Alex, and there is a video from Sean Hibbler and OTT without David West, and they tell us how you can get back your channel.
Well, how about now, guys?
Nada.
Oh no. Lame. I don't know what I did wrong.
Once you Lindsay, once you click share screen, and you have to select the window, and once you select the window, about below you have to share audio too. There's an option. You have to click that too. If no, you're not gonna.
Are you on the computer now, Vikka, or on the phone?
I'm on my phone.
I do entire screen, and the only thing that's down below that I can check is mute website notifications while sharing. And I don't know.
But you are in Google Chrome.
No, I'm not. How did I mess that up?
Hey, Lindsay, you said this to Santos. Jump out and jump in.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay.
And we will show Alex some really strange water. Alex.
Okay, hang on a second.
Yeah, sure. Come back. I show you water who kills me 3 times the Elektrolysegerät. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Because in my stream, it looks only so. So here we go. I will bring in some sound because this is very cool. Oh,
Oh no.
oh shit.
Lame. I don't know what I did wrong.
Welcome to the internet in 2022.
Yeah.
But it's okay because we can get a live stream from Mars.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So look at this. Now it should work.
Das für die grauslichsten Wasser.
Pump up the volume, Manny.
Yeah. It was only Alex song. I made a video and tested all the waters you can buy in the supermarket in Austria. And this spray blower, they sell this as healing water. It started to cooking after 10 seconds. And that's really a crazy water. Oh, Lindsay is here.
All right.
Oui.
Okay.
Lovely.
Sorry about that, folks.
Sorry, I had to shut my windows.
All good,
Loud
all
people.
good.
Okay, share system audio. Aha.
Shelley, do you live with your daughter or alone?
I have my children. I have my son. He's 13, and my daughter. She just moved out. So yeah. She's 18. She's like, poof, I'm out of here.
Wow.
That's hard.
Alex, what's up with you? Do you want to get a kid, or is it a too crazy world?
For sure, he have few everywhere. Alex, yeah.
That's a big question. Oh gosh. Well, I'm 50 years old now. Let's put it
Yeah,
that
I know, brother.
Well, that's probably getting into the realms. It's a long story. I probably want to swerve that question, really, to be honest with you.
All right,
Yeah,
let's meet our straw man. Can everyone see my?
you-
Can we see the screen?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, all good, Lindsay.
Ah, the government. It loves
Sound work.
safe and well. It even wants to make paying taxes, fines, and court.
Higher, put the sound higher.
Okay.
How? Well, you'll need to meet your straw man.
Is that okay?
Perfect.
Born the same day you were. He looks like you, has the same name, and lives in your house, but you never knew he existed. You will have even paid his parking tickets or taxes. The worst part? He's been dead from day one. From every birth certificate, a legal personality, or legal fiction, is created with the same name to confuse little old you into thinking it's you. So there is a human you and a paper you, or as it's commonly known, a straw man. So when it seems like government officials, court clerks, or the police are speaking English, they aren't. They're speaking legalese, designed to make you agree to verbal and written contracts without even knowing about it, all spun from Black's Law Dictionary. For example, when the police say, "Do you understand?" you'll say, "Yes." What they are really saying is, "Do you stand under our authority?" Oopsie-daisy, you just created a verbal contract with them. Oh, you clever government. Did you know that whenever you register something, you are handing over title to the person you register it with? That's right. Whenever you register something with the government, they assume it belongs to them. Registered your car? Super! Now you are the registered keeper of your vehicle, and the government can crush it when you don't pay your, straw man's taxes. Expecting a new bundle of joy? Well, then you need to register your little darling with a birth certificate. Then they can start the process all over again and create a new straw man for your little one. Isn't that great? So when Junior grows up, he'll be able to generate revenue just like you have. When you notify on your baby by signing the birth certificate, your child becomes a ward of state. And if the government doesn't like what you're doing, they'll assume it's okay to take the child away or make new rules for things they don't like. Not enough school? Smacking your child? Shouting too loudly? Then it's off to social services for the little one. When you get a bill, It's sent to you, but belongs to your straw man, not you. That's why bills, fines, and summons start with Mr., Mrs., or Ms. Sometimes you'll see your surname in capitals, just like on a gravestone. That's because your straw man is dead and just a silly piece of paper, created before you could comprehend or even consent to it. When you go to court, you represent your straw man. So you, the human, take on any costs, fees, taxes, and fines involved for the straw man. The human you doesn't even need to pay them. But you made a contract with the court by appearing on behalf of your legal personality or straw man, just like the government knew you would. Confused? Well, don't worry. The government doesn't want you to know anyway. If you knew, you'd stop paying things like council tax and parking tickets. Because when you go to court, you are representing your straw man. You are you, alive and made of flesh and blood. Your straw man or legal personality is a piece of paper created from your birth certificate. And you think it's you. What a silly Billy. Would you like to know more? Well, then go over to tpuc.org. Get up.
Yeah.
There is so much truth in that 5 minutes. It's incredible.
That's true.
The registration thing, that's so true. I mean, I got married in 2017, and we didn't register our marriage with the government. We had a humanist wedding. We, did it under the eyes of God and under the, with 50 witnesses there. You don't have to register that stuff with the government. They have no business being in my love life,
Amen. So, do you guys know anybody who's actually successfully been able to kind of get their, I guess, fictitious business name back to the real man? Because I want to do that, and I've gone to different places and gotten so much like bad information, like you said.
Well, one of the first things you have to do is go for it, Vikka.
Go ahead, Mike. Okay, so there's I did an interview like a few weeks back by a guy named Ronald Farnham. He's a writer, and one of his books especially is about this. I'm gonna try. Once I find the name, I'm gonna pass it to you, Shelley. It's a whole book, and with the whole forms and applications where you can apply for that. So I'm gonna get that name and the link, and I'm gonna pass it to you. For sure,
Awesome.
You're gonna help. It's a whole book dedicated to that.
That's great.
By Ronald Farnham. Yeah. Go ahead, Alex. Sorry.
I forget what I was going to say now. But yeah, one of the system sees you as a dead entity, sees you as a dead corporation. That's why when you're in the graveyard, they're known as corpses. So I know that one of the first things you have to do is prove to the system that you are indeed alive. So you do a proof of life certificate, and you sign it with a blood print. So just making them aware that you are alive is probably one of the first steps. It's a huge. It's a huge rabbit hole, and it's quite daunting. But and I did some of that, but trying to fight the system, and I'm not so sure about that. Just not using the system would be my advice. I went through the justice system for about 3 years in a legal case, a copyright case, and I did commercial liens and proof of life and all of that sort of thing, and it didn't get me very far, let's put it that way, because you're entering a system where they've been owning their craft for so many years, and you have to learn a completely new language. And I ended up walking away from the court case after about 3 years because it was destroying my soul. And but it's a very, very, it's a long story. But yeah, it is quite a thing to try and learn that sort of stuff. But I've found that just not even engaging with these people is probably the best course of action, in my opinion.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, definitely, Vikka. I appreciate that. When my son was born, they gave you this paper to fill out because, initially I just didn't know better, but with my daughter, but for my son, I didn't want him to have a social security number, and they sent him one anyway. So I put they filled out this form, and I said, no, I don't want a social security number for him. And then they gave me one anyway. It's like, what the freak, It's hard to escape it.
That's because that security number comes with a cost, right? That number is apparently is a number that's traded on the stock on the stock market. Is that right, Vikka? Maybe you know more about this than I do.
Yeah, there are. Sorry, they're creating a QR code. You know, they're controlling with the same. We don't want to use the word the C19 and all this stuff. You know, but the main reason is to get everybody on the enlisted. You know, to have much more like a QR code. Before, you know, we had barcode.
Yeah.
Now we all are in a way have a QR code because we really don't know what's. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
We are born as a number.
Yeah.
Here I have the Mutter-Kind-Pass from my mother. Yeah, when I was born, and we are born as a number. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
fuck that.
Exactly, and I believe that number is it opens an account of some kind, and it's traded on the stock exchange, and they sort of gauge as to what sort of revenue that particular number or corporation will make through its life. You know, it's in terms of taxes and that sort of thing. It's quite an evil game, really.
I also have here a cool Alex T-shirt.
Yeah, if you look close enough, you can see things like the Earth is not a globe and vaccines are poison and that. Oh no!
Wow, there it is.
We're on safe and effective. Safe and effective. Get your shots. Get your shots. Sorry about that.
But, the shirt is not in your shop anymore, Alex.
Yeah, that one is. Yeah, that one should be.
As a hoodie. Here, but guys, there's a woman on Instagram. I'll show you her page real quick. On Instagram, she's sarah.onelove.onenation. Can you see the screen?
And, Lindsay, please show us from the Flattest Millionaire.
Oh, sorry.
The one video, the 1 minute video with
the map one.
Yeah.
But here's Sarah, and she's been dedicating her life to doing this research, you know, and this act. This legal name stuff came about in 1666. You know,
wow.
she's been researching. She's been in this shit, sharing her knowledge for years now. And I'm relatively new to this, and there's a lot to be done. But she's really in it, and trying to help people who are being totally messed over by this legal fiction. And, you know, teaching people about how to reject that. But there's so much there to it. And, you know, she's been fighting the good fight for a while. So she's a little maybe burnt out. Let's see.
Nice. So how's her name? Sarah what? Just to maybe...
Sarah.onelove.onenation on Instagram.
Okay.
Very, very knowledgeable. And...
that's awesome.
I see him.
There we go.
One. So
is this a video here?
Go.
Oh, which one?
Yeah, this is a new one. Yeah, bring this then, and bring the sound in.
Can you hear?
Yeah. No.
Oh, I effed it up again. Jeez, sorry guys.
All good, Lindsay. All good. All good. Hey, I bring in this video because loaded it up in my Truth Seeker 3 channel. Wait a second.
Yeah, there's just a lot to learn about this, but you have to know what you're doing. And but the free energy is what really grinds my gears because they keep rising energy costs on everyone.
Wow.
So,
you know,
true. That's how they control the majority, the energy, because if the energy is free, everything is kind of free. Because even if you live in a desert, you can make a greenhouse and cool it down and start growing food. The same if you're in Antarctica, you have free energy. You can make greenhouse and produce your food. Oops, sorry, I have an echo.
Yeah, wait, maybe it's from me, Vikka. Do you have echo, Lindsay? Alex?
It seems to clear up when everybody mutes and then they unmute and it clears it up. It seems.
Well, yeah. Now you're echoing again.
Or maybe
I did it mute and remute.
Yeah, I think there's a way of sending things back. Like how do you reverse some some bills that are not legal. And I think there was analysis of taxes and whatnot recently, and they judged that throughout the entire supply chain for selling all goods and services, by the time it gets to the consumer, you're paying like 60% tax rate.
Oh, here in Spain right now, the food is expensive. Maybe Alex might know. Right now, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, we're still getting the echo, which is a shame. Yeah, everything is just ridiculous. It used to cost like 60 euros to fill up my car tank, and now it's 100 euros. It's, everything is just going through the roof, and by design.
Yeah, they want to create storage. Oh, it's so much echo.
So I bring Vikka out. Now you only hear me. Can you hear now echo?
No.
Yeah, that's not.
Okay, bring me in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, for me, it's fine, Alex.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
For
10.
you?
No, for me, I hear Alex echo, and myself too. Yeah.
Alex, when I hear you, Alex, all is good. Vikka, I bring you out. Wait. Alex, you and me are here. Lindsay is also here. Shelley, jump in.
Yeah.
Jump in,
You
Shelley.
hear me? Echo?
Yeah, for me, no echo.
Yeah.
I jump out. Vikka, jump in.
Well, this is fun. I don't think it's a specific person on the panel. I just think it's StreamYard that's doing it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Too much truth.
Hey, too much flat yourself together, Alex. Hey, we have Kappa here. Wait.
Hi, Kappa.
He also
Hey,
said
Kappa-licious.
he also
What
said
did
we
happen?
have echo. Ha. Yeah. Bring me out and then tell me if I was the echo.
No, you're the only one who's not echoing. Echo on.
Echo on
Echo
Lindsay.
everyone.
Echo on Lindsay.
Oh, I
Lindsay?
thought she was saying echo on. Like,
Is it from the iPhone? Maybe, I don't know. I can't hear you, Lindsay. You're mute now.
Okay.
Alex.
1, 2,
All
3,
right,
4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, Kappa-licious 420. Peace
For
and
me,
love, man.
For me, it's all good. I hear you clear.
Yeah, that's better now. I think it's cleared up.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't.
Vikka should jump in. Vikka.
Yeah, I can hear Alex with echo, and also Lindsay and myself.
Yeah, jump out and jump in, Vikka.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll be jumping out. Yeah.
Jump out and jump in.
Okay, I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna join back.
Yeah.
You want me to do that too? Yeah.
Any cool videos to show me?
Oh, what's up with Alex?
We've lost him.
Alex? No, they come back. Yeah, I want to bring in the video, but here we have Alex. Oi, flat downs.
Oi, can you hear me?
Yeah, for me, your sound is perfect, my brother.
Okay, I think we cleared it. We cleared the throat.
For me, it works perfect, brother.
Test.
Great,
Yeah, it's
okay.
better.
So, and now Vikka is back. Oi, Vikka, Prufski.
Yeah, I check 1, 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right, all good. All good.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this day and age, can you believe it? Man.
No, we're thankful. Crazy technology.
Yeah. That's very cool. Yeah.
But we don't have to forget it's taking time because the signals are going to the satellite and then it's coming back. So maybe that's why.
Oh shit.
Satellite hooks. Alex.
Don't talk to me about satellites. I could write a song about that.
You could.
Yeah, you should sing it for us, brother.
Yeah, okay, sure, no problem.
Take the white guitar. Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Welcome to the satellite hoax. Just another one of them NASA jokes. You can't find me a picture of a satellite without bringing up a bunch of that CGI. Just a bunch of cartoons all over the place. When I search satellites in space, type that phrase into Google, folks, and let me welcome you to the satellite hoax. There you go.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love you, brother.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Alex, that was perfect.
Soon to be a book, by the way. That's going to be a book as well.
Yeah, bring in your book. That's much important than we bring in the video from Dana, because the video of Dana we will bring in on a live stream with Dana and Sean. Bring in your book.
Oh, you want me to share screen? Okay, I'll share screen. I've been working on this new book for hold on, mute. Oh, see, I'm such a novice at this nonsense. Stream your entire screen. There you go. You can tell I do this a lot, can't you? So I've been working on. So I don't know if some of you know that the book "Don't Believe in Gravity" is now out. It's been out a couple of weeks. Getting some really good feedback from that. It's really sort of encouraging me to do the next one, which will be. If I can find it, here's some screenshots. It's not out yet, but it's basically same thing, but this time it's going to be, do you still believe we went to the moon? Can you see that all right?
Yeah, all good. And we laugh it when you sing, Alex.
You know, maybe I could do more of that. So I've just put some sort of introductory images to the book there, to show the sort of the lay up to what's going on. In other words, Flat Earth Man gets in his NASA rocket, flies up, boom, and then reaches for the rock, and then he starts into the song. But it's exactly the same. It's like just stills of the video, really. And so the first line is, "A funny thing happened on the way to the moon." That's the title of a video that I watched on YouTube. You could see astronauts hanging from wires, proving that astronauts and NASA are liars. And then it goes on and on. They analyze photos and highlight mistakes with the moon landing missions. They show it was faked. You can see them faking the photos of Earth. They use a round window to fake the curve. That's suspicious, don't you think?
Yeah.
That's becoming a bit of a catchphrase now these days, which is nice.
Hey, Alex, Alex, wait a second. Vikka, if you need for your second Flatten the Curve a guy who makes really good music, please contact Alex, brother.
For sure, you know.
Signing him up for stuff, Manny.
Yeah, I mean, my music is quite comedic. I mean, these documentaries that are coming out are brilliant, like The Next Level and all of this stuff.
But Alex, you also did very professional music with the True Solfeggio.
Yeah, there's that as well. I mean, I'm always under the impression that my music is so sort of comedical and sort of satirical that it wouldn't be used in a serious documentary. But then Shelley proved me wrong with Flatlanders. It was used so tastefully in that, and I was so proud to see it used in such a professional setting. So, so maybe that humorous music can be used in a professional setting like that. So, so maybe, I don't know. It's always a bit of tongue in cheek for me, but.
There's always first time for some things, you know. So like how you did with Shelley, it was the first time. So maybe could be with us too, you know. Why not? And if you write your stuff, and for sure we can work out also something, because still when I have the structure out my next documentary, I could give you an idea what we are working on. And if you have time and will, and you would be interested, you could write something and we can work on, you know. It's always, because it's a way of learning and getting something new, you know, for the people.
Oh, absolutely. I'm always looking, you know, to get my music in front of more people. The only problem I have at the moment is time. You know, I only have one pair of hands. I have all of these ideas and all of these people contacting me to do all of this sort of stuff, and I would love to do it, all of it, if I had a cloning machine. But
exactly, that's what I was saying to Manny and Lindsay too. Like, you know, I was trying to take a break, and I cannot, because I'm committed to a weekly podcast. But I was trying to take a break before I get into another project, because you need that mental break sometime, because you just can't keep on doing things, you know, because then you just in a way screw it up, so
Yeah. No, it's difficult to try and find the time. I mean, for me, like I'm just constantly excited about every project that I'm involved in. In fact, so much so that I have trouble sleeping. It's like this constant excitement that I have because, this awakening, this is pretty amazing. It just creates this creative burst in me that I just want to do so much, and I have so many ideas, and of course I get contacted by so many people and they all have a million ideas as well. I just wish I had the time. It's crazy, but yeah. So never say never. I'm open to getting my music in front of as many people as possible. That's the whole goal for me, is to reach as many minds as possible. Like I say, but it's just doing these books alone. There's going to be 10 books in this series. That's going to keep me busy for this year. So, trying to put out music as well this year is going to be a bit difficult. And, if anyone's got a problem with that, they can have a go at, they can contact David Weiss, because it was his idea to create these books. And it's such a great idea. But he's now got to be so busy doing books now rather than music. So I wish there was another one of me over there doing the music and somebody over here doing the books and somebody over here doing interviews. And so, it's just, it's part of the game. I guess it's part of the journey, and what a blessed journey it is.
Yeah, well,
exactly. We have to ride the wave, Alex.
Yeah. It's a good wave. It's a good wave. I've got to admit. I mean, I'm never bored. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I've got to stop sharing now. So this is the book that's going to be out hopefully in a couple of weeks, and then there'll be another one. Then there'll be another one. Basically, converting all of my songs, the Flat Earth Man series of songs, into books to encourage children how to think rather than what to think. I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people. That's the goal, anyway.
Yeah,
Excellent.
artwork is amazing.
that looks great.
Good
Thanks.
stuff.
We love your work, Alex.
Thank you.
And as I also say, to all my Flat Earth friends, brothers, sisters, to everyone, like, we are all here to collaborate with everybody, whatever we can do to make this thing go ahead, and make it more strong. Like, I think this year is a good year, we had 3 documentary out, and we are giving them a hard time, so, and what's coming ahead is going to be much more awesome too. So that's great.
Completely. Flat Earthers are crushing it right now. The amount of content that's coming out now, it's just like everybody's because it's the creative people that get this, so they've just been forced into this creative. Everybody's creating stuff, and it's such a creative community, and I love that. And the more people that wake up, it's like a snowball effect. It's eventually going to become an avalanche of creativity, and it's just seeing what's coming out now is just it's an indication of what's coming,
Exactly. And if you really think about it, Alex, it's a huge job. We know we are fighting for the real truth because we sense that, we feel that in our soul. That's why we do with all our heart, because we know we are fighting for the real truth. We're not here just entertaining or whatever, whatever. There's so much different things happening on social media, so we are in something that is like very important for us, for the future, for the generations, and for the whole indoctrination. We know, all this. So yeah, that's what gives us power. That's what gives us energy to, in reality, to even, sometimes we get upset with our friends and even fellow flat earthers for whatever. But it's in the end, we are still there and we are giving our best. And I think we should always try to do that. And yep, let's see.
Man.
Let's see this video. It's about 1 minute. Check the sound. Alex, sound check.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do today?
Perhaps make it a little bit louder.
That's right.
Awesome maps.
Oh, it's maximum. I don't know why.
Oh, what is that? Huh? Look at all that extra terrain. All that outer space. This is just a zoomed in snapshot. This is just a few dimensions.
Yeah, one that I saw on Instagram. It's 172 worlds or something on a.
Yeah, Lindsay, I sent you the photo. You have it
Yeah.
in our. Yeah, please bring it in.
Yeah, it's mind blowing. It's absolutely mind blowing to think about what else is out there, the other lands, the other worlds. It's like being a space fanatic again. You remember when we was all addicted to space and other worlds and aliens and planets in distant galaxies? It's like that, but more local. You know, way more local. It's fascinating.
That's true.
Oops. Oh no. But this.
Yeah. When you get it.
Why is? Oh, sorry. Oh,
I share
I thought that was.
screen.
Oh, okay.
When you're
That's
ready,
okay.
Just excuse me while I visit the little boy's room for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Back in a sec.
Alex, you don't have to say anything to us.
Of course you do. That's how we're trained.
No,
yes, we're trained our whole life.
He's my brother.
So that map that had all those different lands, what do you guys think? Because it just, like Alex said, how it just starts bringing up all these ideas of curiosity, which is amazing. But what do you guys think as far as like portals? Do you think there's portals to those other lands or what?
No, not portals. But there are also very cool videos about what they are hiding from us, Shelley. Wait, I bring back my screen.
Something else going on. They win.
But we wait a little bit for Alex because the video is also buffering. So,
Shelley, I'm not going to take anything off the table in terms of portals, but I mean, portal literally is door, and I think that there are doors to other places within our realm here. Just knowing how much of the Earth is covered with tunnel systems, mountains with tunnels in them.
Yeah, the mud flood and everything.
Yeah, that's well. I mean, there's some questions I have now, even now that the Earth is flat. It's like it just starts this huge spider web of what else they're hiding, and then really, what's the point of all of it? If we only have a few short years of this Earth to live, then what? I just get so it's kind of what are they hide like to live longer? You know what I mean? And we're just stuck in this little realm where we have to only have like 100 years to live and die, and then what? It just makes me so mad. And it's the same thing with the free energy. That bugs me too, because there's so many people that could.
Alex, look on the screen, on the comment. Go on, Shelley.
No, I mean, it's just a total mind boggle. There's just so much out there, but it is really sad to think that they're made people's lives so sad. People freezing and having to spend all their money to be able to live on this Earth. And then they're just hiding all this information that maybe there is free energy, and which I believe there is, in the whole Tartarian kingdom, all of that.
Victor Schauberger. So now I bring in the short video from the Flat Earth Millionaire. That's about hiding land.
There is
Sound, Alex?
Absolutely, that is one of the main reasons to hide this. But at the same time, it's nowhere near comparison when a billion people find out that there's more land.
It's about hidden land. I think there's possible they could be hiding land in here somewhere with us. And I think that the Antarctica Treaty is very, very, very sinister, and there must be something else going on.
They went really, really, really tough with their implementation of the Antarctic Treaty and everything else, and just to keep people away from the truth. They didn't want people to know about more land.
Haven't we been fighting over land forever? Isn't that what always happens? Countries fighting over land, but not on the outskirts of Antarctica. Oh, no. No fighting there. They're all in agreement. You can't go there. You can't explore any of it.
That treaty was in effect in 1959. It can't even be questioned until the year 2041. The longest lasting treaty that all of the world signed on to at the same time, and is still in place. Antarctica is the container of our world oceans. What is beyond Antarctica? Why is the government hiding Antarctica from us? Why is Antarctica completely off limits except for taking a tour of a little peninsula off of South America, which is nothing? And people go, well, you can go to Antarctica.
That's crazy, right?
Excellent. Guys, I would love to be here for more time, but I gotta jump out. Gotta do a couple of things. I would love to continue with the portal. I have so much things to say, free energy and many other things. I would love to, and we will definitely. So I wanted to even ask Alex and Shelley. I do shows also on Sundays, 12 a.m. Sunday Spain time. Alex and Shelley.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to do that.
So it would be great to have you this Sunday or the next Sunday. Any one of you, if you're available, if you're willing, we'd love to have you there on our show.
Definitely.
Yeah, next Sunday. I can do next Sunday, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. Absolutely. Send me a message on Facebook. That's quite an agreeable time for me. So yeah, sure.
Yeah, I bring you.
Okay, so the next Sunday we can, not this one, the next we can confirm with you and Shelley if you want this Sunday.
Definitely.
If you're free.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be around 4 or 5 time I think in US Sunday.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's great. So we can.
Thank you, Vikka.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Manny. Thanks, Lindsay. And yeah, it was finally nice to meet you and nice to speak to you both also. And I'm almost a regular guest on this awesome Truth Seeker show. They're doing a really great job getting people together. Keep up the really good work. And thank you so much, guys. I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you, Vikka.
Flat thumbs.
Yeah, flat thumbs, brother.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye. Yeah, bye.
Ciao.
Bye. Ciao.
Ciao. Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta help my son with something real.
All good. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
But we will
Very
go
nice.
on. We go on with our show. I sent to the very cool memes to Lindsay, but Shelley, tell us something about the second part of your Flatlanders.
So I'm almost done with episode 2, and it was really cool. We were out on the salt flats, and this guy named Dr. Yang, I can't pronounce it very good, but it really sounds like yin yang. It really does sound that. And he's from the Nigerian Space Agency. And when he came out to help us with the observations, I just got to know him a little bit, and then freaking find out he worked with the Nigerian Space Agency. I'm like, we've got to interview you. And his story is amazing because all the things that he was there for 10 years, and I didn't even know that Nigerian had a space agency. You know what I mean? But we got some interesting interview with him, telling us his story about what looking back, when he was in it, he wanted to be an astronaut, just like everybody, hearing what looking back now, all the red flags that he saw. So that's really interesting. And then we have Robert Scott, who is an air traffic controller, and we were able to interview him right there in Wendover. Amazingly, there was an air traffic control tower that they just let us use, which was unbelievable. And they had the plane from Con Air. I don't know if you guys ever saw that movie, but they have this fuselage from Con Air. So we got some pretty good eye candy there. But Robert Scott, hearing his story as excuse me, I'm losing my voice, as an air traffic controller, and how, he says that, radar is such a dead giveaway, and how we've just all been completely duped in believing, well, these scientists are so much smarter than me. I don't really understand. They talk in all this really scientific logo that most people just, they just shut down mentally, and they say, oh, that's over my head. But Robert Scott really breaks it down and talks about how radar, is a freaking globe killer. So he'll be featured in the next episode, as well as Dr. G. And that's what we call him, Dr. G. But yeah, really, really interesting stories. So yeah.
Alex, we get the special guest now. Dave Marsh will jump in.
Now it's interesting what you say about radar, Shelley, because that can only work on a flat surface, right? Unless it's bouncing off a firmament.
Right. It's line of sight, and and they can just see way too far. I mean, the radar goes out and they see these airplanes coming from hundreds of miles away, and he's just like, Robert Scott's just like, you know, I didn't think about that before. And now that I think about it, we're proving the earth is flat 1,000 times a day with just, and I wish Vikka was here, because his documentary with the airplanes and the pilots and just all of that is just such a game changer. And I love how he breaks it down and just says things simply. So
and
yeah,
it's so important to hear those kind of testimonies from pilots and from Navy personnel, and you know, to hear how it works from a technological standpoint as well, because most people don't consider that. And when they hear it from a so-called authoritative source like pilots and Navy personnel and submarine operators and that, then that's enough. That's to get people to go, holy crap, these people are even saying it. So it was a great angle on the flat Earth information, I thought.
I mean, even Dave Murphy, when he just started talking about things, you know, Dave, I really wish COVID, I can't say the word. I was hoping to get a hold of him. I mean, he did a really great job in level 1, you know, with Sean Hibbler. And Dave Murphy just had an amazing experiment that he was going to do. And I don't want to give it away in case it can happen, but yeah, it's just such a game changer. There's so much out there. And at this point, it's like flat Earth is so old now, because we've been experiencing it for how many years, you know, but yet there's still so much more to learn that we haven't learned.
It's second nature to us now, isn't it? Yeah, it's like we know it. It's like old news to us, like, but it's still so new to people. And the other thing that made me laugh, yeah, like you said, Nigerian Space Agency. That was amazing.
Have they been to the moon too?
Yeah.
Do they have their own set of photos? You know, how they all vary so wildly from space agency, you know, from one to the next?
It's a great question, but apparently they're all in on it together. You know, they all have their different, and that was one of the questions we asked them. We said, you know, how can everybody be in on it? Because there's just all these different countries and everybody agrees, oh, we went to the moon, we did all this stuff and we're in agreement. And his answer was just so compelling. He said, you know, there is compartmentalization. And most people don't realize that, but we're on a need to know basis, and general isn't going to tell what the private, you know, knows and things like that. And it's just, we're so compartmentalized. We're only given so much information, and then we just, oh, I'm too busy with my life to even care about it. And that's a lot of the things we get from people. I just had a guy reach out to me yesterday on Facebook, and he's a total troll, you know, and he's like, you know, how come, have you gone to the edge? And I just asked him these questions, like, what if there is no edge? What if it is just an infinite plane with all these different ponds over it? Like, oh, well, people have seen the curve. You know, it's like, well, have you really? I mean, you're just taking this on, you know, appeal to authority. And just people don't really go beyond that. And all they want to do is call names, you know, ad hominem attacks and stuff. But, you know, we don't know. We've never been there. We don't have the money to go as far as possible. We can suspect it. We can go based on, you know, the old maps and ancient maps. And I really do believe there's other lands out there. And it's a bummer that they're not letting us see it. So why are they hiding it, you know?
Absolutely.
They are hiding us because we are slaves.
But the question is...
It's like what Viktor Schauberger wrote in his book, Our Senseless Toil.
Our
Unsere
senseless toil.
sinnlose Arbeit. Yeah.
Yeah, and the question is, do we have to go? Do we have to go past our edge in order to make a better reality right now? Because, you know, oh my gosh, there's a lot of room here, because I think we were many, many more people in the past than we are told, like a lot more.
Right. And I like what Alex said about just be the change you want to see. You know, we have so much we can do right here and right now. And my life is just a little short stint, you know, and my kids, I think about them and how they're going to try to like stand on our shoulders and go and keep going and building this truth. My son, I remember when he was just a little kid, and you know, he'd be telling people, you know, Santa Claus is not real. Your parents are lying to you. And I'm just like, that was such a proud moment for me, you know. Hey.
Wait, Marshy.
Hey, Marsh.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
All right, mate. How are you?
Good.
Good. Just had a power nap. I would have been on a little bit earlier, but I just thought I'd have a little bit of a power nap.
You love your power naps. You must be up early.
Yeah, I get up at about 4:20 in the morning. So.
Oh, screw that.
Yeah.
Marshy is like me, Alex. I also need power nap. Yeah. Lindsay also.
Ouch. I remember when I used to do that. Oh, God almighty. No wonder you have a power nap.
You got to, haven't you?
Yeah, I think you have. Especially when you get to your age, Dave.
Yeah. I'm 50 in 3 weeks. Can you believe it?
Oh, you're same age as me, bro. Welcome. You're going to be in the 50 club, bro. Welcome.
I know.
I'll be 50 in September.
I'm 40. I'm 40.
Does life begin at 40 or 50? I can't remember.
40. Definitely 40.
Oh, life begins at 40? Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm well into it then.
Oh, that's great.
I'm
Anyway,
44.
Shelley, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while. Are you okay?
Oh, I missed you so much. I was looking back at our pictures when we were in Denver together. And I'm just like, I look on that one. But no, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, things are good.
Great.
Yeah, I've moved into a new house now. So I was in a shitty flat before, and it was horrible. Well, I'll tell you something though. I'm glad I'm out of there because with the energy prices going through the roof, I don't know if it's the same there, but it's here. It's absolutely crazy. Wow. I mean, mine's gone up by 200%.
What are they going to do? I mean, how are people going to be able to sustain that?
Yeah, apparently it goes up again in October as well. But in the last flat it had them electric storage heaters, and there was no gas in there at all, so it was all electric, and the bills was like phenomenal. So I'm glad I'm out of there because I've been looking at like £1,000 a quarter bills living in that flat now.
Dang. Have you got any room for solar panels or anything like that in your new place?
I have, but it's a rented property, so I'd have to
dang.
speak to the landlord.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They've got you by the balls no matter where you go, right?
Yeah. I noticed that there's a shed actually across the yard here, and he's got about 6 solar panels on his shed roof. Maybe I could borrow a few of them.
That's the way to do it. We bit the bullet about a year and a half ago. We had some savings, and my wife hates spending savings. She sees it as this little nest egg, like we can't touch the nest egg. And I'm like, no, we've got to spend money on solar. And we did that about a year and a half ago, and we got it pretty cheap. I installed it with a guy, so I got it pretty cheap because I helped to install it. And but that was a huge chunk of money. But wow, am I so glad that we did that, so we're almost, when the sun's shining, which it does predominantly here, we get free electricity, which is great. Our bills went from 300 400 euros a month down to 20 30 40 euros a month.
Wow.
So it's going to take about 3 or 4 years before we pay off that solar system, but just having it there is a huge peace of mind. But of course, when you get into rented properties and it's a bit of a minefield, isn't it? Where'd you put them, and you're getting permission and all that. Oh God.
Yeah, so we'll just have to see how things go then, because there's another price rise in October. So they told me on the phone the other day. So
I heard that
it could
too.
go up again.
I heard that there's going to be another big crash. Right now, I'm in Nevada, working with Ryan Walker at Flyer Pizza, and we shut down all the heat this winter because it was insane, and we just have little space heaters, which we got that were a lot cheaper and just saved us a ton of money. But yeah, so I've heard that there's going to be another crunch. They're trying to just war and all this other crap that they're trying to push on us.
Yeah, I think it's all part of the system, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, just to wear everybody down, so they're more vulnerable and easier to control, more susceptible to what their agendas and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned before, Shelley, about the documentary called Shock Doctrine.
I haven't heard it.
It's a 2009 documentary. It's by an American woman, and she actually wrote the book, and they made a documentary on it. I was watching Russell Brand, and he just mentioned it briefly. So I tried to Google the book, and it came up with an IMDb link, for the movie and documentary site. So I clicked it, and then I found the actual link for the actual documentary. I'll see if I can still find it again. I can't remember if I put it in the show notes last time or the other comments. And
Marshy, I bring you in our chat now in Facebook. Go on, brother.
And it's very, very interesting to watch how they take a nation and they cause mass inflation, put the energy bills up, cause all these wars, bring the nation to its knees, and then they make them a lot more easy to control. Like,
wow.
Could I play that? Could I play that trailer, Dave? I just brought up the Shock Doctrine trailer. It's like a minute long.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Go on, Lindsay. Alex and Marshy, you are now with Shelley, me, and Vikka, and Lindsay, and just.
Sound okay?
For me, it's okay.
What I'm trying to do in the Shock Doctrine is tell how capitalism unrestrained came to dominate the world. We are witnessing a transfer of wealth of unfathomable size. These radical policies have needed shocks, they have needed crisis, they have needed states of emergency. Only a crisis, actual or perceived, produces real change. So much is at stake. If we want responses to this crisis that leave us with a world that is healthier, that is more just, that is more peaceful, we are going to have to go out there and make them do it.
Well, don't have nightmares, people, but that's what we're up against.
Wow.
Oh, geez.
It all looks too familiar, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Shocking.
Yeah. And it was also like very Mandela, because I remember that, was it Tiananmen Square, where they were trying to run over that, where was that?
That was Tiananmen Square, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then they said, oh, that never happened. It's so much Mandela.
Wow, and the people pushing up against the tank.
Yes, I don't remember that.
No.
Yeah,
Wow.
if you put that into Google, you can't find it. That's been completely omitted. That's been such a censored event now, Tiananmen Square.
Wow.
If you Google Tiananmen Square, you just get Tiananmen Square. You don't get the guy standing in front of the tank you don't get any of that.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's shocking. So what do you guys think? Do you think that, I don't know, this whole thing with Ukraine and Russia, I want someone just to download me on what they think it is, what's going on with that. I mean, we know it's all bullshit as far as, sorry if I can't say that, as far as like the official narrative, but does it have to do with like anything with Tartaria? Like they're trying to just bomb everything so you can't have any of the remnants of that? What do you guys think?
Dave?
I personally think it's just a distraction, like the majority of everything else. You know what I mean? It's that's mine. I mean, I'm sure you've all seen Wag the Dog.
Yeah, I think there's an element of that. I think like what Shelley says about destroying history and that kind of thing, I think there's an element to that as well. It's always multifaceted, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's always a multi-pronged reason why they do these things. It's all of the above, in my opinion.
Well, Alex, they don't really need to like destroy history now because just about everything's digital, mate. It's just a press of a button, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's not as easy because a lot more things are digital these days. And you know what I mean? The books and things like that are going to be a
Imagine
thing of the
what
past.
happens when we go to a digital currency. I mean, that scares the hell out of me.
Yes,
that's true, Alex.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see, but I've been on the fence with crypto for so long now, because my head, because I have an entrepreneurial kind of mindset. I had an entrepreneurial mindset years ago, and I used to be very interested in making money and starting a business and doing all those things you're supposed to do. And so my head is saying to me, yeah, invest in crypto, you'll make a lot of money. And if you do get into it early, you can make some good money. If you exchange that for things like a tangible, like land and, rain catchment and solar and that sort of thing, great. That's a great use of crypto. But my heart and my gut is telling me to stay the hell away from it because it can ultimately, I don't know. Nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody knows what kind of governmental control they could have over crypto in the future. In my book currently, it's gambling in a way. If you get in early, you might do well. And like I say, if you exchange it for tangible things and for self-sufficiency sort of stuff, great. But I'm very torn on it, very torn. But I have to listen to my heart and I have to listen to my gut, which is telling me to
you
stay
have
away.
the
That's
best,
going to piss
you,
people off.
you have the best hat, you know this? And you know PayPal and Bitcoin is also from Elon.
Say
Elon, our savior.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, so I'm very torn on the whole crypto thing. You know, on one hand, I'll listen to Jeronism, who's very, very pro crypto, and I'll listen to him break it down how it can never be controlled and it's all decentralized and everything. And then I'll turn to the wife and my head kicks in and I go, right, we should invest in crypto. We really must, you know, because it could be really good for our future, our financial future. And then I'll go and listen to Owen Benjamin, who is completely the polar opposite, and he's very against crypto. And then he makes me think, oh, no, this is, you know, we should be really, you know, looking at self-sufficiency and community and trade and all of that sort of thing. And it is a controllable currency. So, you know, it's just it's a tough one for me, but I have to listen to my heart and my gut, which tells me to stay away from it. But that does piss people off, unfortunately.
Yeah, you have a golden heart, Alex.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, my experience with crypto, I've had two experiences which ring alarm bells for me. I've still got some crypto now. Interesting, it's called SafeMoon. I've just got the SafeMoon crypto, but it's like I bought it in its early stages, so it's like obviously it's still early yet. It hadn't been released on any exchanges. Now it's only decentralized. Obviously, if you remove it off a centralized exchange first, that's one thing you have to keep in mind. And what experiences I had first time round is getting your money out. It used to be very, very difficult to get your money out. Yeah, so if you got your money on the exchange, say for like something like Coinbase, it used to be very, very, very difficult to try and get that change into, you know, fiat and get the actual money out. It's a lot easier now, but what you'll find is a lot of countries, what I've had problems with is like with Binance. So say if you operate on the Binance exchange and you take it off the Binance exchange and you hold it in a wallet, when you come to cash that money in, what you'll find is now a lot of banks don't support Binance. Mine doesn't support it, NatWest in the UK. So you can't make any withdrawals or you can't cash it in basically with my
That's
bank.
a red flag, isn't it?
Yeah, and what I think this is going to be the problem in the future. Well, the only thing you'll be able to do is peer to peer with the actual Bitcoin currency, say, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be able to exchange Bitcoin for Bitcoin. But when it comes to exchanging your Bitcoin for fiat currency, I think you'll struggle to get it out in the future. I'm not saying in next 2 or 3 years, maybe next 10 years, but I think that'll be the problem because that's a problem what people are facing now with the banks. Mm-hmm. Like with mine, I can't buy on the Binance exchange and I can't sell on the Binance exchange. So that's my issue with it.
Interesting. Yeah.
We have Daniel Falkenbach here. Dan Falkenbach.
Full house.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
Full
what's up,
house.
conspiracy guy? Dave, Truth, Shelley, Lindsay. What's up, everybody?
What's up, man?
Yo, congrats on Flatlanders. Up.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Everyone's doing things.
That's exactly what I said. It's a beautiful time, isn't it? There's no people more creative than flat earthers. It's just like this burst of creativity that's coming out. We're creating everything. We're killing right now. Love it. Look at that. Nice, man.
Are you good, Lindsay?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Very good.
You're muted, dude. You're muted.
Yeah, even my coffee is from Tartaria.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, Buffalo, yeah.
That's the Pan Expedition.
Yes.
It's like our families collect the whole coffee set, and they don't even realize what they're collecting.
Yeah.
I think they call that hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just gonna chill here. I'm just listening to you guys. I'll butt in when I feel like it.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about common law, Dan, just to catch you up a little bit. But we were talking about ways of escaping this system, but we end up with this peer-to-peer stuff. And even the common law court, you can get a common law court driver's license, common law court passport that people are actually traveling with successfully. Establishing their own court system for justice and things like that. And they also have their own Bitcoin. And I'm like, you know, yeah, I know what you mean, Alex. It's like something in there is like, you know.
Yeah, if it doesn't resonate, go with that feeling.
Yeah.
That's true, Alex.
That's how I feel currently about the whole
And
crypto thing.
Alex also played us the song. Then.
Well, it was a tiny portion of the song, but
That's great.
You know, for me,
You guys just carry on. I'm just gonna have a little read of my book. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Congrats on your book there, conspiracy on Alex. I mean,
thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. Who'd have thought?
Get yourself a copy.
Yeah,
I mean,
who'd have thought that would happen?
I'm going to put it next to Robotham. Is that okay?
I'm in great company. Thank you very much.
All right, no worries.
Yeah, I'm working on a second one now, which is going to be Do You Still Believe We Went to the Moon? That's going to be a children's book in probably about 2 weeks. If I can knock out a book every 2, 3, maybe one a month, should have 7 or 8 out by the end of the year. And, yeah, a lovely series of books to encourage children to critically think.
Children's flat Earth books. That's genius.
Yeah.
That was genius. That's genius. That is. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't take credit for the idea of putting it into a book. I have to give credit to David Weiss's handler. Sorry, I mean David Weiss.
Yeah. I heard about that David put that idea into you. I mean, he's good.
Yeah. On one hand, I'm like, I'm cursing the guy, like, oh, what have you done to me? Because now I can't put any music out because I'm so obsessed with putting these books out because it's such a great idea. So on one hand, I'm like, screw you, David. But on the other hand, I'm like, that was a really good idea, bro. Like, thanks, man. So yeah, I'm gonna be really, really busy for the next few months. So and I can't wait to have a series of books out. I never envisaged it to be a series of books, but why not? Because the videos work really well with children. They resonate with children. So why shouldn't it be a bunch of books? It's just I never saw it. It only took him to say, hey, you ever thought about making books? And I'm like, no. That's a really good idea. So, you know, and that was only just about a month ago. And we've already got one book out and there'll be another book out in 2 weeks. And I'm just going to keep going like a machine and, you know, get as much out as possible because, you know, this is part of the journey, you know, it's you know, it's.
Alex, maybe you can do what they do in them book companies when you order one and they send you 50 of them, you know, the full series.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe I should package it as a series or a series of DVDs or something. I don't know, but no, the content seems to resonate with children, which is wonderful. I didn't realize that when I first made the content, but when mothers started saying, I use your music to educate my children, it's the obvious step, isn't it? So yeah, it's I'm going to add author to my bio now. I know it's only a children's book, but I'm still putting author on my bio. I don't care what people say.
No, it's like a sing-along book. You could have.
It is, and that's the great thing about it, because in the back there's a QR code, and they can scan the QR code, which takes them immediately to the Gravity music video. They can sing along to the song. They can have a great experience by doing that. They can learn to read, and it can invoke some critical thought as well. So it's like tick, 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 boom.
Yeah. Do you remember those books? Do you remember those books that had you press the button on the side of the book and it would yeah, you can have your voice on there like well or just
yeah, you press a button on the book and it goes, do you still believe we went to the moon?
Yeah, exactly.
I have a cool video with Alex's new song In This Time. Can I bring it in? It's about 3 minutes 46 seconds.
Go for it, man. You'll never get any complaints from me if someone says, can I play your music? I'm not going to say no. No.
No. So let's check the sound.
Reggae man.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, for me it's good. For you, Alex?
Yeah, I can hear it. It could be a little louder, but that's okay.
So good, the vocals.
I think I was a Rastafarian in my former life.
education, more than bullets and bombs. In this is time, we need to care for the young and old, more than silver and gold. In this is time, we have to wake up and change the world. As a result of 2,000 years of hypocrisy, ego-driven leaders in pursuit of property, power and wealth and fame, oppressing and murdering, killing all in God's name. Iniquity spread across the nation. Humanity is into separation. In the midst of a darkest hour, we rise to reclaim our power. In this time, we love and unity, more than hate and jealousy. In this time, we need education, more than bullets and bombs. Say we not give up, not give up. Not give up, no, we not give it. Not give it. Not give up. They achieve their mission using dirty politicians, brainwash education, war on religion, racial division, food with no nutrition. Hey, this is the Babylon system. Their intention to use all their wicked invention, all the propaganda promoting consumerism, exile and distraction, only misdirection to break ionite connection. But if you want come from me, make you know say what I want. This is how I get you ready for the Armageddon. I'm in for the revolution, power, love and compassion. Cause if we go at them with weapons, then they have more guns. Go at them with money, then they have more funds. With unification, then time soon done. We owe to our daughters and sons in this time. This is time, we need love and unity, more than hate and jealousy. This is time, we need education, more than bullets and bombs. This is time, we need to care for the young and old, more than silver and gold. This is time, we have to wake up and change the world. This is time, we need love and unity, more than hate and jealousy. This is time, we need education, more than bullets and bombs. In this is time, we need to care for the young and old, more than silver and gold. In this is time, we have to wake up and change the world.
That's some good footage there, man. Look, Marshy's gone. I was going to say that's like porn to Marshy. That is.
That song is fire.
Yeah, Alex, that's true.
No, not the song. I mean the footage of the moon. Like, I know how much Dave loves the moon. Like, you know.
Yeah, Marshy learned me this.
Oh yeah, there he is, Dave. Nice.
Yeah, that's incredible footage from the moon there, man. It's just every time you just like looking at every detail, trying to figure out what the hell that thing is. It's just like such an enigma. It's like you have to be comfortable not knowing in a way, which is so frustrating.
Thank you, Marsh. Thank you, Marshy, that you learned me to work with the B1000 Pro. Your mic.
Say again, sorry, I missed that because I just put my headphones
on. They all said I make a great moon video, and you learned me this. I only want to say thank you to you, brother.
Oh yeah, I have a tip for you though. If you lock the exposure, when it goes to near the edge of the frame, it doesn't overexpose. You know what I mean? It stays at the same brightness. So that's a little tip for you in future. So
lock the exposure. There you go. There's a terminology. Yeah. Lock the exposure.
Yeah, because otherwise, when it gets near the edge of the frame, it goes brighter. You see? Yeah, then it lights up all the screen, but you can actually lock it so it doesn't go brighter when it's moving around the screen.
Yeah, maybe you send me the your next moon video, and I will bring on the Alex. Music
I will do when I can get through these clouds. It's bloody terrible here, I tell you.
Yeah, and now we have new moon
as well.
New moon.
Yeah,
you have to move to Spain, mate. You got to move to Spain. We've got very clear skies here. You'd love it here.
Yeah, it's just bad timing the last few months because it rises at, like obviously a strange time. It's just as I'm like going to work at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, it's rising early, then setting early. You know what I mean? So I'm not seeing it. And then on the opposite shift, it's the other way around. Like so, I've caught it a few times this month. I was just looking through when I was looking where to put your book. I was looking where to put it, and I've got some this mad flat comic book. This is what I found somewhere. I can't remember exactly where I found it, but yeah,
Nice,
that's quite interesting.
Samurai Jack with the dome.
And this, I've got 2 of these actually. Not many people's got 2 of these, have they? Limited edition signed copy of Rob Skeeber's Seed. Yeah, I've actually
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I actually got 2 copies of that. Number 210 and number 211. So,
Lindsay, we have Superstar Truth in our chat.
I always collect weird stuff like this. So.
I don't think it's weird.
Well, some people do. Some my mother thinks it's weird. Like,
yeah,
what do you want stupid books for?
No, I didn't realize Samurai Jack was a flat Earth story. So,
I think this one is.
What?
I'll see if I can find some.
It's always good when you can go back to things from your past and realize that there's actually a lot of information in them that you didn't see.
Oh, I'm going back and watching that.
Yeah.
Thanks for the broccoli, Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, look, I don't know if you can see that, but they go to the edge.
Wow.
You see it? Looks like Antarctica.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yes.
Yeah, and they sail there. Yeah. I think it was just this one episode. It's got like the.
Look at that.
I love that they use that artwork.
Wow.
Yeah, that reminds me of was it Attack on Titans with the walls in the city? You see that, Dave?
Yes. No, I haven't. No.
Oh yeah, that the whole premise of the story is that these giants actually they have a power where they can make the citizens forget the memory of the past.
Oh.
And yeah, it's pretty. And the giants are actually in the walls. They're like petrified in the walls, and there's all different species of the giants, and it's the humans versus the giants, and it's one of the greatest anime. It's one of the band 37 or 38 band anime. You got to watch that list.
So it's basically reality then, basically.
Yeah. It's funny because like all of those, I watched like 3/4 of the list, and it's all about parasites and trying to fit in with humans and taking over human bodies and then like working together. Like some of the parasites actually work together with the humans and then have switched sides, and they're like they've been trying to figure out the human moral compass for centuries, and then they decide to fight against their own species, the parasites. It's quite interesting. It's called Parasite.
I would want to find out who made that anime, because clearly the person who made that is woke as F.
Yeah.
It was in the 80s.
Is it based on? Didn't they bring a game out called Parasite? The same people who made what do you call it? The big game, Final Fantasy. They made a game called Parasite.
Final Fantasy. Don't get me going on that. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they did 100%. They made a game called Parasite. Yeah, I think it might be based on that anime actually, because I remember it from a long time ago. In fact, I used to have the game.
Yeah, that's been. I'm a huge anime manga guy, and I recently watched it. It's the Parasite. It's like what, like probably like 35 episodes or 40 episodes, and I mean, it was one of the. It's just all philosophical, and it's amazing the animation too that they were able to produce in the 80s. I always find that so fascinating how like even anime nowadays isn't as good as what it was in the 80s, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, it's like there are certain cartoons and animations that are better, but it's just so rare. It's so rare how people.
It's probably better visually these days, but I think consciously it was probably better in the 80s. There's probably been a dumbing down of anime, like there is in every kind of aspect, right?
It reminds me of Stanley Kubrick, like what he did filming the supposedly allegedly filming the moon landings, and it's like so no one can do better than Kubrick, because it's like he had the best equipment, the best mind, and so it's like no matter what that's why the animation it was better in the 80s, is because they had like the best mind doing it, and so they can't do better than the animation, the CGI of that person. It's like when you combine the military with Disney, and then with Stanley Kubrick, it's like you're combining all of these, and it's like, well, that's why like flat earthers and shit get angry. I'm like whispering flat earthers. I'm like, that's why flat earthers get angry, is because the globe earthers, they have access to all of Disney, all of the military, and it's like there's like secret flat earthers in the military and in all the like there's what is it called, there's flat earth consensus in the political game, the Senate, the congressmen, they have what is it called when they sit down and meet together?
Executive session.
Yeah, like they have like flat earth meetings and stuff with the politicians and shit. I found out, but they're quiet about it and stuff. But yeah, like that Sadi Guru guy, that new fake Osho guy that everyone likes. The guy who rides motorcycles and Sadi Guru. He's what did he just say? He was just at the World Economic Forum where they all meet together and they do their little NWO stuff, and they didn't like him at the meeting. He's the new young gun at the meetings. This Sadi Guru guy, he's like the Indian New Age, New Thought, the Secret type of guy. All the kids love the Sadi Guru guy, Russell Brand type of character. And what did he? Oh, so they said they don't like me there because they want more souls and I want less souls. And I want less souls here and they want more souls, because obviously more consumption, and he wants less. So it's like they're working together now, and it's like people like him, well, he gets a lot of funding and he gets to go wherever he wants and use it, whatever observatory he wants, and he gets to stay wherever he wants. It's quite the luxurious globalistic type of lifestyle there. It's one would easily sell out if you didn't have a pure soul or a pure heart.
Imagine if flat earthers had that kind of freedom and that kind of funding, what we would be able to achieve with that kind of accessibility.
And it's like, no, there's not going to be any nefarious, nothing nefarious or malevolent going on. Well, we'll fund you. We'll do an expedition and we'll fly out. Oh yeah, there won't be no schemes. No, there won't be any blackmailing, or what's it called? Hit pieces, or trying to gish galloping, or it's like trying to make something seem like it's something it's not. What is it? Misrepresentation. And no, there won't be any misrepresentation. None of that. Globalists are super authentic, genuine. They have integrity. They don't lie about anything. They don't miss. It's like, God, man, and it's just pure lies.
Oh my God. I don't know if it was on Bob Nodell's site or Ryan was watching it, and it was about this pilot who said that he's going to fund, or not, he's not going to fund, he's raising funds to have flat earthers go with him on an expedition from, I think it's all the way over the pole to the other side to like Australia. And then as I was digging down deeper, no one's going to take him up on that. Nobody. Because number one, if you wanted to go to Australia, and then he said, I'm totally sorry, I'm scatterbrained. Then he said there was a special compass that you had to get in the south of the equator. I'm like, a special compass? Like that right there is a huge red flag. I've never heard of this before. A special compass on the other side of you know, the world. And then to go to Australia, you would have to have proof of the V. And it's like, who's going to take him up on that? First of all, it's like such a setup, you know. But then he's like supposedly raising all this money, and he just posted it like a couple days ago to actually go over the supposed pole at the south. And yeah, of course you have to have the V. So no one's going to take him up on that.
Yeah, no flat earthers going to take him up on that, are they? Really? Let's be honest.
Yeah, they do actually have a southern compass and a northern compass, but I think what they do, they just take the red paint off one end of the compass and just paint it on the other end of the compass.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Another special compass.
Yeah, that sounds like some random Final Fantasy mission. It's like, you got to go travel to this place, get the special compass, and then you can go see the globe.
Special compass. Just different paint on a different side. Love it.
Wow.
Hey guys, I have to jet off. Sorry, I've got stuff to attend to here at home. So
Okay, that might be a good point for me to jump out as well.
Lindsay, Alex, you will, or will we jump out all together? And
Yeah, I'm going to shoot off now. It's getting a little bit late, and so I'm going to duck out as well.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
I-
just before you shoot, I just found that it's called Parasite Eve, that game, and it was an American biological horror themed turn-based action RPG video game developed and published by Squaresoft for Sony PlayStation in 1998.
Parasite Eve.
So, Parasite
Yeah.
Eve. Yeah.
I remember the title for that. Yeah, good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I only want to show you just a little quick the RTS, my profile. I also bring in Alex, Santos, Matte, all the videos, Lindsay videos. Yeah, we are still there, and it's linked up to you. Yeah, I wish you all well, have a good day, and we will see us soon for sure.
Thanks again.
Okay, thanks for having me.
Thank you, Shelley, Lindsay,
guys.
Dan, Marshy, and Alex. Alex, you are my hero.
Hey, what about me? Aren't I a hero as well?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay, guys, have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Pleasure as
See you
always.
soon.
Ciao for now.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.